Okay, let's talk about side splitter theorem. So side splitter theorem is theorems for a triangle. So let's say we have triangle ABCD with DE. So side splitter theorems talks about two things. One is, so let's say DE, let's say we know DE is parallel to BC. That tells us that we can say the ratio between DE and BC, so ratio DE to BC is going to be the same as AD over AB and AE over AC. So in other words, if DE, let's say, is 2/3 of BC, then the AD will be 2/3 of AB, and then AE will be 2/3 as long as AC. So that's one thing. Another thing they're talking about, let's suppose we know DE is, for example, 2/3 or 3/4 of BC, and so does everything else, right? Let's say those ratios are all the same, let's suppose. So then we can tell that DE is parallel to BC. Okay, so let's take a look at the examples of problems. So let's say number one, we know DE is parallel to BC, and DE is 6, and BC is 9, and AD is 4, and AC is 10. So let's see. So as you see, DE is parallel to BC, so we can use this theorem. And as you see, DE is 2/3 of BC because 6 over 9 is 2/3, right? So that tells us that DE is 2/3 of BC. Therefore, AD should be 2/3 of AB. So AD to AB should be 2/3, but we know AD is 4, so we can set up the equation like this, right? Or you can do that in your head. So let's solve this equation. Multiply x to both sides. So we get 2x over 3 equals 4. Multiply both sides by 3. Then we get 2x equals 12. Therefore, x equals 6. So AB is 6 now, we know. You could do that in your head as well. Let's take a look at another one. We can also find AE as well, because AE is going to be 2/3, right? Because 2/3 of AC. Right, because that's the theorem. So DE is 2/3 of BC, therefore AE should be 2/3 of AC. And we know that AC is 10, therefore AE will be 20/3 or 6 2/3 inches. And let's take a look at another example. So this time we know that these are all lengths. So what can we say about DE and BC? So DE is 2 and BC is 8. Therefore DE is 1/4 of BC. Let's take a look at another one. AD is 3 and AB is 12. That means AD is 1/4 of AB. So that means, so we are getting better and better. So now also we get AE is 4, AC is 16. So that means AE is also 1/4 of AC. So that means this tells us that DE over BC is 1/4, and also AD is over AB is 1/4, and also AE is AE over AC is also 1/4. So we can use the second way, the other way, of the side splitter theorems. So this actually tells us that DE is parallel to BC.